Only 2 years ago, multinational companies were queuing up to hire university graduates like these before they'd even qualified. Now, the situation has changed drastically.
Well, I was working in a bank for 18 months and it became quite clear at the end of the 18 months that my contract wasn't going to be renewed. So, and it was made clear to me in the country as a whole that they weren't employing in financial services. So in my opinion, I was left with little option but to leave and go to Australia.
All 12 of these graduates have considered leaving. 3 are emigrating in the next few months to Australia or Canada, like Conor.
We all graduated from college and we all were convinced we'd all have a job lined up for us, but for the past year there's been nothing at all. It's very, very, very limited. And you need a lot of experience for the jobs that are on offer. And we're recent graduates, so we had done the experience for the jobs, so the only option is really for a lot of us is to move abroad.
St. Patrick's Day in Dublin. Parades like this take place throughout the world thanks to the Irish diaspora. With the 1990s came the Celtic Tiger boom. Not only were the Irish no longer leaving, but people from across Europe came here to work. Economist David McWILLIAMS has written a book about the Celtic Tiger generation.
When I left university in the 80s, late 80s, everybody knew we would emigrate. That was the deal. You know, there was no prospect of having a job or a life here. You'd go and maybe come back. This generation, they all believed that they would have a life here, that emigration would be something they would do voluntary. Now what they're realizing, and this is the big shock, is they have to emigrate exactly like my generation and the generations before, out of necessity. And that's a big difference.
In the last 2 years, the recession has hit Ireland hard. Unemployment is now close to 13%.
We had hoped that we had seen the end of net emigration from Ireland. With young qualified people leaving, obviously it's a loss to the economy. On the other hand, we can only hope that when economic expansion begins again, that we will see again what we saw at the beginning of the 1990s, that these qualified people come back when there are job opportunities here.
But the economy isn't expected to recover for another few years. In the meantime, immigration will remain a reality for the Irish.